Anybody here? My name's Jack. Who are you? Okay, rock and roll. Let's go. Hello. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Jack from Phantasma Paranormal. Hope you're all doing good on your side of the internet. This fucking fisheye lens is fucking weird. I'm like staring at that when I should be walking the direction I'm fucking going. But anyway, I'm out here just in one of my favorite cemeteries. I know, freaking weird. I know cemetery is one of your favorite things, but it truly is. Like coming to places like this, for me, it's peaceful, it's quiet, there's barely anybody here. You know, some people like to go hang out in a shopping center or a mall, whatever you call it. And me, I like to hang out among headstones with the corpses and ashes of the dead lying around me. Anywho, so what am I doing here? I've got the new Roberts radio in the back, hacked radio, and just come up here. Looking forward to try it out. I mean, I like doing spirit box sessions at home and such. I absolutely enjoy it. But at the same time, there's nothing like just coming out somewhere. Because when you come out just to any random place, you never know what you might get. So that's just the exciting bit about it. And plus, it's a friggin' nice day as well. And I'm hanging out with Boris Karloff on my chest. Anywho, so what's been happening over these 8 days? Well, I finally got the froggin' cookbook from Kat, who you will know from That Cat Chat. You know, one of the most friggin' rad people I've ever known in my life. And you know, she was talking about doing the book for ages and then finally did it. Looking forward to trying out a bunch of recipes on there. So I encourage you to go check that out. Go check out That Cat Chat and just keep it motivated in life. You know, like I said, I had that message from Brandon Novak from Jackass, Viva La Bam, which was a really cool thing to happen. Brandon Novak, such a swell dude. You know, he's got a proper success story from being like a heroin addict to where he is now. It's absolutely inspiring. Forgot how to talk. Also, before things get started here, I want to say thanks to everybody on TikTok, and like it's been exploding quite a lot recently, and a lot of you seem to be interested in just what I'm doing, but I'm nothing special. You know, anything I do, you guys can do as well. You know, spirit communication is pretty easy. So, you know, thanks for taking an interest. Thanks for taking an interest in what I'm doing and just all the stupid shit that I post as well. I just do it just for shits and giggles, and I just hope you like it. But anyway, I'm going to crack on with what I'm doing here with the Roberts radio and just tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here. You might have seen the last video which I did where I was taking a walk around where the old Ford house was, and I showed you a session which I did in the bedroom, but I also showed you a little bit at the end where I did my very first test with that new hacked Roberts radio. And it's just a joy to try out all these different spirit boxes, and I've tried out quite a lot over the last few years or so. Some are better than others, I think. But I think it just depends on, you know, just because no matter how much money or how good the piece of equipment is or whatever, it doesn't guarantee you communication, does it? I'm going to find somewhere to sit just up here amongst the headstones and just try out this radio while I'm here. Like I said to you guys, I've had the opportunity to try out a whole bunch of spirit boxes. And by the way, if you hear any noise coming from just right over there, there's a field full of cows and they're friggin' loud. So that's what you can hear. It's not me trumpeting. Not like that. But anyway, this is the Roberts radio. And I got this off a seller. It was not cheap. And I think sometimes, you know, the price tag, it just depends on the price and so on, like the rarity, because some of these are quite old. I mean, there was a Radio Shack that was going, which I really wanted, and I was tempted to get it, but except it was going for like something like £300 or something like that. I'm not sure if it's still up on eBay. I think the guy was only going to list it just the one time, and if nobody bought it, he was just going to take it down. And then I found this, which is something I've always wanted to try. And just there's something about hacked models I just really like. But only thing is, for those of you who may be a bit new to spirit communication or maybe are not as aware of, you know, anything to do with it, this is not made for spirit communication. It's not made for that. You could take pretty much any as long as you got the know-how to take any sort of radio and to hack it, which means essentially like maybe soldering, snipping a wire, something like that. But or sometimes it's breaking it in a whole different way, which makes it continuously scan without stopping. So there's this little button on the side. So if I press this and I press down like that, you'll see, you won't hear anything. See here. And if I'm in the UK, functions like a normal radio, right?
And therefore, I'm sure he will be
but if I press this,
and maybe he'd
if
like
this
to
is
help with
all the way out,
that his customers are dealing with.
It scans continuously. So that's what this thing does. And I've been looking forward to using one of these. I love like getting the hands on like some ones, which I had to get it. It wasn't cheap. It was something like 80, 90 pound I got it for. But the only thing is I didn't know when I was going to see one of these again, because sometimes these things are stupidly rare when they come up. But anyway, I say let's give this a bash. So I'm going to go on to FM. Reverse sweep. Okay, hello. Hello. Anybody here? Can you see me?
Actually.
My name is Jack. This is one of my favorite cemeteries to come to. Had a hi just then. It's nice to talk to you guys. Let's come back here as always. Hope you're all good on your side. Are you around me at all? Just change now. Hello? Is anybody able to come forward and talk? Anybody in the cemetery? Yeah, I heard a yeah then. Am I standing on top of you? Stone. Like my tripod thing here is on a stone right now, on a slab. Is this you? Hey, I have no idea if like there was anything that came through there. I heard like some things, but spirit communication is a difficult thing. I mean, it doesn't matter where you go, if you're in a location, if you're at home or wherever, you know, if like a place is supposedly haunted, I would do air quotes right now, but my hands are full. But it doesn't guarantee you communication, no matter how haunted or whatever a place might be, because I've had many a times when I've gone to even here. I mean, I come here because there is often communication to be gotten, at least from my experience anyway. But sometimes I've come here and had nothing at all. That happens, and there's not much you can do about it. You cannot control it. But anyway, I'm off around the cemetery now, finding somewhere else, as I don't know, does moving around make a difference? Is there maybe just little pockets, you know, somewhere else? I mean, to be honest, if you were a spirit, guys, would you want to hang out in some place like this? I mean, for me, I personally think it's beautiful at the minute. But at the same time, if I was hanging around here all day, I might be very bored. So you got to think about it. If spirits are people, spider on me. If spirits are truly people, we don't know if they are, but if they are, you know, how would you feel? Like, put yourself in their shoes. Would you want to hang around in a place like that? Who knows? I mean, we don't know. Are they attached to a certain place? Who knows? But anyway, I'm just coming down the slope down here where there's a small little plot down there, and there's quite a few angel statues which are absolutely gorgeous here. But like I said, one of my favorite places to go. So I'm going to find somewhere else and set up, and let's just see if there's anything else to be gotten. It's a little bit of the ways down the hill, back on FM now. Hello? Can you see me? I'm in the older part of the cemetery. Well, all of it's old, but this is much older down here. Like 1800s down here. Is anyone here? name's Jack. Who are you? Oh, Brad just then. Is your name Brad? It's the film Frankenstein?
Tourism jobs which stop in the winter.
Can you understand what I'm saying, the language I'm speaking? Right, switch to AM now. Hello? Is there anybody near me? Yeah? I come here reasonably often. Do you recognise me? I'm coming here for you. I'm coming here for you. I'm coming here for you. I'm coming here for years. Hey? Dramatic walking shot. Right guys, one last one here, and then I'm just gonna do one final walk around with the PSP7 that I got in my bag. Remember, batteries and aux cable this time, so I'm gonna try this out just once more, and then we're gonna take a walk right the way around in a big circle and just see if there's anything to be gotten here before we head off home, and I can tell you about a bit more stuff which is happening this year. Let's try one last time on FM. Sorry, when people see me doing this, they look at me like an absolute nut job. I don't know what they mean. Do you guys think? Do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm nuts for doing this? Think this is interesting or a bit insane? What do you appreciate when somebody comes to try and communicate with you? Do you appreciate this? I don't think there's many that do. I'm going to switch over to the PSP7. I'm going to take one last walk around before I head back, alright? I'll see you later. But I'm going to head up there and I'm going to use the PSP7, alright? So I'm going to switch this off. Okay, so that was the end of that. This is only the second time I've ever used this thing. I haven't used it at home yet. Although sometimes when you do the Spirit Box sessions, you know, don't be disappointed if you hear radio blips. It's a radio, for God's sake. You're gonna get radio blips come through no matter what, okay? So it's just something which, you know, you're looking for your direct communication. Yes, no answers, such like that. What's my name? All that kind of stuff. What's your name? What color's my shirt? All that sort of stuff. So, you know, you are using a radio after all. You gotta take these things into account. I get a few people asking me from time to time going, Jack, why don't you use Spirit Box app? They're much more clearer. And they're much more clearer and such, more direct. You know, I get so many, you know, reasons to use apps online. But the problem I've got with apps, there's quite a few problems. Quite a few holes in them. I'm not saying there's not holes in radio spirit communication. Of course, you can poke holes in anything, but that's why you got to research and search and try stuff out. But the thing is with apps, is they're programmed to be a certain way, anyway. They're designed to function that certain way. And when somebody says there's no words, there's no phrases or anything within this app, how do I know they're telling me the truth? How do I know they're not just feeding me a pile of shit? For all I know, that could very well be the case. I have, you know, poked a few holes in apps like Hope Paranormal's app, and he got quite shirty about it, which I expected, but I'm afraid when it comes to the paranormal, you're not allowed to have an opinion. You're just not. But I will anyway. There's a lot of people who don't like me, but I won't lose any sleep over you. Like, it's programmed to function a certain way anyway. I don't know exactly how this app works unless, you know, they actually release the programming, release exactly how it's made, the code and so on. May take a bit of learning and understanding, but that's the only foolproof way I can see us understanding Spirit Box apps. Whereas we know how radios work because we know about bandwidths and stuff like that, all that kind of gubbins. So I'd much rather use, you know, radio because we know more about how it works. So that's why I don't use apps. There's many reasons, and I've got quite a few videos explaining why, and just why I won't ever use apps, and I'll only use apps if, you know, they implement some of the things which I've said and such like. So if you want to go check this out, then they will be on a playlist somewhere. I think it's why I don't use Spirit Box apps. I'm just going to take one last walk around with the PSP7 outside the front. So I've already done a circle. Now I'm just going to take a run back to the other end of the gate, and then we're going to head back home. Hello. Sorry, I have no idea what the hell that was. Anyway, I've got the PSP7 in hand, connected to my speaker through an AUX cable. So let's power this thing up. We'll go on a path towards the gate, and then we'll be heading back. So let's get this going. Okay, rock and roll, let's go. Hello. 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 Can you come walk with me to the gate? You say hi? Is anybody watching? Hello? I'm leaving now. Is there anything you want to get in and say? You better say it now, please.
Companion.
What? I'm going past all these headstones.
Sit.
Sit? Are you coming with me? Thought there was somebody. Right, I see the gate entrance. We're nearly there. Even if you haven't spoke, thank you. If you've been with me, thanks. Appreciate you a lot, thank you. So now it's time to go. Okay, that's it for me. I'm off back home now. I'm off back home to go take a look through all this, see if I got anything and see if I didn't. But anyway, the last little bit which I wanted to include here at the very end was Rammstein and Greece are coming up. Greece is a month and a week away now, so I'm looking forward to going to Greece. I'm looking forward to, there's a church which I really want to see there. It looks really cool. I'm looking forward to exploring some of the history and obviously the Greek food. Oh my goodness. And I was looking forward to taking you on a trip there to Greece with me. And then immediately after, go to Cardiff, get on the plane, go to Greece, come back to Cardiff, come back to Devon, and then when I get back from Devon, I got maybe an evening's worth of sleep, and then I got to get up early to go back to Cardiff because I'm staying there in a week with my buddy Jesse. We're going there to watch Rammstein on June the 30th, and there's still time to get your tickets, by the way, if you haven't done already, but you ain't got long left. And I think some of the ticket prices have rocketed up, but we're right at the very front of the stage, I think. So I'm looking forward to Rammstein. It's my first proper gig ever, and I'm looking forward to taking you guys to Cardiff with me. And also, if any of you are going to Cardiff to watch Rammstein, within that week. Let me know if you're going to be there. It'd be cool to meet up with some of you guys. So anyway, I'll either see you later on, you know, here on YouTube or on TikTok or whatever, or I will see you in Cardiff. So I'll see you soon in Cardiff. Goodbye, people. Rock and roll.